Welcome back, grade 6 and 7, to your sight singing / music history lessons. This is term 2 of your sight singing and music history lessons. So we will be following a similar pattern to what we did last term. Keep that in mind. Every other week, we're going to be doing music history. We're starting with sight singing today. Now, you need to be keeping up with these videos because if you don't, you'll have no idea what I'm asking you to do for your midterm assessment. You also need to keep up with what's happening on facts for yourself so that you're able to keep up with all your assignments and hand in any voice notes that I need from you so that I can hear your progress week by week. Okay? Now, we are going to start off with some solfege because that should be very helpful to you as you are sight singing and singing your different solfege syllables along with the notes. So let's remind ourselves how the scale goes generally with the hand signs. You need to use them because it'll help you visualize the sounds you're making along with the actions you are doing. So do, here we go, 3, follow me. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Let's do it again. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Now please refer to the last term where I showed you a specific solfege sequence so that you are not confused with the one we're gonna do today. So if you don't remember the last one or if you didn't learn it well, make sure you go back to previous videos to learn it. So this time we're going to be skipping from one syllable back to do to the next highest one. Let me show you. Do, do, re, do, do, mi, do, fa, do, so, do, la, do, ti, do, do. So we keep coming back to do, which is it's a root of the scale. It's a starting point of the scale. And then we keep jumping to the next highest solfege syllable. So that means you need to be really comfortable with all your solfege because you need to be able to remember what the next highest one sounds like. So all the more reason to go back and remind yourself what the other warm-ups are. So let's do it really slowly together. 3 and go. Do, do, re, do, mi, do, fa, do, so, do, la, do, ti, do, do. One more time. Do, re, do, mi, do, fa, do, so, do, la, do, ti, do. So let's get into our rhythm challenges of the day. So we have number 8 and number 9 that have quarter notes, eighth notes. There is a semi-breve in one of them, and there is a dotted minim in one of them. Now, how many beats is a dotted minim? 3 beats. So we're going to read it as ta, a. A semi-breve is 4 beats. So we're going to read it as ta, a. Now these things you should know by now, but I've noticed that many of you are not very comfortable with a lot of these note values. I'm hoping that this time you will be comfortable with them. So let's start with reading the rhythm for number 8. 1, 2, 3. Ta, 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 ti, ti, ta, ta, ah. Let's do it again. Ta, 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 ti, ti, ta, ta, ah. All right, let's look at number 9. If you have become very comfortable reading your rhythms, this will be super easy for you. If you're quite new to Jawabu and this is your second term, then you need to really pay attention to these rhythms, because I'm kind of going back a little bit for you to be on the same page with everyone else. So number 9, 3 and go. Ta, ti, ti, ta, 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 ti, 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 ta, ta, ah. Now if you notice, I'm keeping a steady beat going as I read the rhythm. Now what I've noticed is a lot of you will just read however it flows in your eyes. So you will go ta, ti, ti, ta, 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 ti, 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 and that's not a rhythm. That's just random sounds being made. Okay, so we need to hear an organized sound, which is why you can either tap your foot as you're reading these rhythms, or you can snap your finger, or you can tap your thigh just to keep a steady beat going. Let's do it again. 3 and go. Ta, ti, ti, ta, 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 ti, 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 ta, ta, ah. All right, now let's get into our sight singing. We will be working on number 14. Now, our do for number 14 is G. We know this because there's one sharp. Can you see the hashtag? That is a sharp. Just as a reminder, if you're new, that is a sharp. It's not a hashtag. So one sharp tells us that we are in the key of G. G is our do. Now, does the piece start with G? No. And how do I know? I'm using every good boy deserves favor, right? I showed you that last term. For those of you who are new, I'm using face, F-A-C-E, for the space notes. So what is our starting note? It's not G, it is B. So if G is our do, B would be mi. Do, re, mi. And if you place your finger on the line where G is, and then you move it up as you say one syllable at a time, you will find it. That's a good way to find out what your solfege is. Start from the G line. So mi, that's our starting note. Let's try and read measure 1 together. Mi, re, do, re, mi. I've stayed within the beat and I've acknowledged the rhythm. Let's read it again. 3 and go. Mi, re, do, re, mi. Okay. Mi is the last note we sang. Let's move to the next measure. Mi. Together. Fa, sol, la, sol, la. Fa, sol, la, sol, la. Again. Fa, sol, la, sol, la. So let's put those two measures together. So if you remember, we're singing the key of G, do. I'm just picking a random do that's comfortable for me to sing. Do, re, mi, where there, mi. That's our first note. I'm showing you how to find it. Do, we sing that in our minds, and then we say do, re, mi. We found our B. So together, 3 go. mi, re, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, sol, la. La was our last note. Now let's move to measure 3. La, so, fa, mi, re, do, so, fa, mi, re, do. What do you notice about those notes? We're just walking down. Ti, ti, ta, ta, ta. And our last measure, do. So we stopped at do, so, fa, mi, re, do, ti, la, ti, do. So we went below the do, which means we're now working backwards down the scale. So you really have to be comfortable going up and down, ascending and descending, so that you can tell the difference for yourself. Okay? So let's start from the beginning. Do is our do. Do, re, mi. That's where we start. Mi, re, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la. Let's do that again. 3 and go. Do, mi, re, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, so, fa, mi, re, do, ti, la, ti, do. That is line 14. Please just take time. Take time to listen to yourself. Take time to sing along with me. A lot of the time, I've noticed you will start on the right track and then you will just pick any note to sing for so, any note to sing for the rest of the notes in the scale, and then you just jumble up all the sounds throughout the line. But that's not how we sing solfege correctly. So if you want to do a sloppy job, then you can. But I've heard people who can't really sing well, they don't have a singer's voice, do solfege as they're supposed to. And so I'm not looking for a fancy voice, okay? That's not going to impress me. What will impress me is your ability to sing from the beginning to the end of this line in correct pitch. So it's okay if your voice is a bit cracky or husky, or you feel like it just doesn't sound good. That's not the point. The point is for you to be able to just hear the notes, to have sang with me, practiced with me, and gotten to the end of the line with the correct syllables and the correct pitch. Okay, so next week we'll be doing music history. I look forward to continuing with the Baroque era. We have one more composer to look at, Vivaldi. And then the next time I will be seeing you is for your midterm assessment. Make sure you send me a voice note with you singing number 14. Pick a do that is comfortable to you, and make sure you start with mi. Don't start the piece with do, this line with do, because it starts at mi. You've seen that several times today. Okay, enjoy your practicing. See you next week.